Good evening, Christ First. Aaron here. Wanted to bring you a few updates and give you a short encouragement. So first of all, I just want to encourage you to, I'm sure many of you are, but to continue being involved in volunteering, whether that's helping people get stuff practically, shopping, medicine, or whether that's simply phoning people and checking on them. There's lots of things that are going on. I remind you of the Watford volunteers page. I'll post a link to that down below as well. But continue to sign up for these things. We've been quite deliberate as a church not to say we're going to sort of throw our weight behind this. We're getting some plans in place in anticipation of a need that's going to be coming up in the next sort of 3, 6, and even 12 months. But for the time being, we've sort of said, we want to sort of encourage everyone to be involved where they're at, because the reality is lots of communities are rallying together and blessing one another, which is fantastic. And we want to be involved in that. And so be in those organizations, be an ambassador for Christ in those places, and continue to serve those around you. And be on the lookout as we, over the next sort of coming weeks and months, we'll start pushing some stuff and saying, pushing some stuff out saying, this is what we're going for as a church, or here's places where you can offer to serve. If in your community there's no real need at the moment, or you sort of think, actually I'm at a loose end, then please do get in touch with the church office, because there are places that we can point you where there is need and you would be a blessing to people. Just want to remind you again, this Thursday we've got lunchtime prayer led by Brian and Marion. That's 12:30 to about 1 o'clock. So I encourage you to sign in on that. The Zoom link will be on the website. And again, in the evening on Thursday, we've got the quiz. And this week it's a slightly themed quiz, Best of British. And so I encourage you, if you can sort of get some fancy dress to that end, then go for it. And there may be a bonus point in there for your team. So just want to remind you of those things. And then Sunday coming up, we have our normal gathering, and we're going to be trialing some new sort of mechanisms for doing that. The link will remain the same, the Zoom link for the time being, but just we want to try and sort of refine that a little bit and try and navigate some of these technical issues that have been happening over the last couple of weeks. So hopefully that will all go smoothly. One thing to sort of highlight to you though is on a Sunday morning, we're introducing at 10:15 a short session for creche and impact. So probably about 8-year-olds down, sort of maybe sort of 6 or 7 down, primarily targeted towards there. So it's 10:15 for about 15-20 minutes. There'll be a short session of some content for children. So hopefully you can tune into that as well. And then we'll be gathering all together at 11 o'clock as normal. I wanted to bring an encouragement to you this evening, not from the Bible as such, although hopefully it's not counter to what the Bible says, but from a book actually that I've been reading with someone. We're going through it together. It's actually written by a lady called Jen Wilkin, and it's called None Like Him. I'm not going to show you a copy of it because the cover's not particularly manly, but it's a fantastic little book on the attributes of God. It's 10 ways that God is different from us. And the first of those that we've looked at this as we've been going through the book is that God is without limit. He's an infinite God. And so it's just drawing the contrast actually of how do we sort of differ from God? How is God different from us? And the fact is he is infinite and we are not. And there's just something very practical that I wanted to bring from that. It's in the book as well, which is we need to recognize the limits that we have as individuals and that other people have. That while God is all powerful and all knowing and doesn't change, and he is sort of he's without limit, we as human beings are not. He is the creator, we are created. And so we have to recognize of ourselves and of other people that they have limits, that we have limits, you have limits. And so there's two practical questions I wanted to ask on the back of that, which is one, who do you need to extend grace to, and recognize they're a human being. They are limited in their capacity and their knowledge and their ability to even follow through on what they've said, or to even be aware of what's going on. So who do you need to extend grace to, and who do you need to talk to and say, actually, I'm at my limit, or actually that's beyond what I'm capable of? Is there a conversation that you need to have in order to sort of build some healthy and more sort of robust boundaries within a relationship? So two things there just to consider on the back of this idea that God is infinite and that we are not. And that's a glorious thing. Thank goodness that it doesn't rest on our shoulders, but actually we know we come to a God who is he's without limit. He is all loving, all powerful, all gracious, all good. He is right and true and just all the time. So I want to just leave you with that and encourage you. So be blessed. I hope you have a wonderful sleep if you watch this on Tuesday evening, or a great day on Wednesday if you see this in the morning. Be blessed. Much love to you all. Bye.